I saw a Facebook post the other day. It was about people being depressed, and what really got to me was that there were hundreds and hundreds of comments of people who talked about how they had no hope and no aspirations and no will to go on, and that so many people in their life have no idea that they're going through this. Yet one of us reading it on a Facebook comment knows something deep inside someone's life who could be hundreds of miles away. And that could be a whole nother talk on its own. But today I wanted to talk about why you should dream big and never stop. And not just why, I think we all know that we should, but I just want to remind you to dream big and never stop. And taking it a step back, just dream in the first place. So when we're kids, we all have hopes and dreams, right? We all have things we think about, whether it's, a fairy tale, living in a castle, maybe being an astronaut. We have these thoughts in our head that make us happy, that make us play with our friends or go out and do things. And maybe you didn't have that, but generally speaking, I think we can say people dream, right? At least at some point in your life, you've had a dream. Now, the reason that's so important is because having a dream gives us direction. And so many people later in their life, just stereotyping as you get older, you stop dreaming. And when you stop dreaming, you can lose sense of those goals and those aspirations in that direction in your life. And you just revolve around the mundane tasks of waking up, brushing your teeth, driving to work. And that's kind of easy to get in a route, right? A rut, because you're just doing the same things that maybe you don't really want to do, but you have to do. And it's fine, you have to do those things, but the problem is you've stopped dreaming about the things you really want to do. And you look at the things that you have to do as bad. They're not bad. It's just you stopped looking at the things you really want to do, right? Um, so that's why you need to dream. And when I say dream big, that's just the next step. Because if I wanted to be an astronaut and explore space, and I had a dream to get to the moon, that's great, right? That's a perfect start. But imagine you dreamed big and you said, I want to get to Mars. What's the worst that happens? Let's say you're aiming so high to get to Mars, right? That's your dream. And what happens if you miss that? Maybe you make it to the moon. Maybe you make it, less than the moon, but you make it orbiting the Earth, right? You dreamed big and maybe you didn't hit it fully, but look at all the things you accomplished. On on the contrary, what if you just dreamed to orbit the Earth and you don't make that? Think of how low you're going to get. Maybe you're just to the level of parachuting or the level a plane goes at. Just looking at a smaller scale, right? That's on an astronaut scale. I just don't want you guys to be scared to dream big because so many people have goals. And I would say, whatever your goal is, take it to the next level. It's like getting grades. If you aim for an all A's, what happens if you don't hit that goal? Maybe you get a B, maybe you get a C. But if you're aiming for C's, maybe you fail the class if you don't hit that goal. So don't be afraid to really dig down deep and look back in life or even currently about what your dreams really are and just start working towards them. Because, like I'm trying to say, what's the worst that happens if you don't hit that dream goal? Well, you still get pretty dang far. But what's the worst that happens if you don't work towards any goal or any dream? You stay where you're at in life with the mundane tasks and you feel down because you have no purpose or direction in life. And that's self inflicted. So find your dream or find something to work towards. You can always change it, but work towards something and never stop because you don't know how long it's going to take you. But you want to find something that you don't care whether you get there or not because just working towards it is pleasure enough to give you meaning. So I'll leave you with this: dream like a kid who can have anything they want, but work like a horse who won't quit until they finish their last lap. For even to finish last still gets you to the end of the track, the spot where the winners stand, the spot where from the beginning you planned.